Hi everyone. Yesterday when we were on remote math, the not everybody can see the whiteboard. So I thought what I would do is I would go back to doing what I'm used to, and so I'm doing a screen recording. This is a geometry app, but it serves a lot of my purposes. The only thing I have to add is that we just you have to ignore all these little letters, okay? But I don't think that's dramatic. Now, the first thing we're going to do before we make our answer is make an estimate. Now, sometimes students say, okay, well, what's the point of estimating? It's so important. Estimating helps us to know if whatever answer you come up with is logical, okay? It also helps you to come up with a not such a clear answer in your head, but an estimate that's close to the actual. So we're going to make our estimate here, okay? And we're going to do the actual here. Okay, so let's start estimating. We're going to estimate to the nearest 10. Okay, because if you estimate to the nearest 10, what ends up you end up with a number that's closer to the actual. Okay, and that's the goal of estimating. Okay, so if I have 253 and I'm going to round it, I'm going to basically get rid of the ones, and then I will look, to the number beside, and 5 and up, we round up. 4 and lower, we round down. Okay, so I would estimate 253, and I would round it so that it's now 260. Oh gosh, long day for me. Let's try that again. There we go. So that it is actually 250. Right? There we go. Now, the next one, okay, is 47. So again, we're going to go over here, okay. So the 7 is higher than 5. So we're going to round up, and it's going to become 50. Okay. Now, multiplication with lots of zeros is not very difficult. Okay. So I can do, 5. I can go here, and I could say 5 times 5 is 25. Whoops. 5 times 5 is 25, right? And then 5 times 2 is 10. There, okay? And then there's 2 zeros, so we add them on. So the estimate would be 12,500, okay? Now, let's look at the actual answer, okay? And if we're close to that, we know that we're in good shape. Okay, so I'm going to come back here to my grid. Now, if you've had a way of solving this that you're good with, I find with multi-digit multiplication, people are all over the place. So whatever way works for you works for me. Okay, so let's multiply, and it doesn't even matter where you start. So 4 times 2 is 8. 0, 8. 7 times 2 is 14. Okay. 7 times 5, okay, is 35. 7 times 3 again is 21. Okay, so we're just filling up the grid. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, and if you know your facts, obviously you can do this a lot quicker, like me. 4 times 3 is 12, so 1 and 2. Now we're going to add diagonals. Okay, so here's 1. Here is 9. Here's 7 and 8. Here's 8, 10, and 11. And then we carry the 1 and then 1. So that is, relatively close to the actual answer. So 11,891, and the estimate was 12,500, right? So the estimate is close to the actual answer. Okay, so for this lesson, a very brief lesson, we had a multiplication question, and first we did an estimate, okay, and we rounded. So we rounded 253 to 250. We rounded 47 to 50. We multiplied, okay, and multiplication with zeros is pretty easy. So there was 2 zeros, and then we added the 2 zeros, and so that was our estimate. Okay, and then we did the actual. And if the good thing about this program is I can always double check my answer, right? So it's okay to use a calculator once you have it answered, and hopefully they'll tell you that I did it correctly. Okay, so thank you for watching. Hopefully that clears up a few things from the whiteboard, which wasn't working very well. For some people couldn't see it. And hopefully this clears that up. So you know where your assignment is and you have time to work on it. So thank you for listening, and you can always replay this video.